this all goes to one place. If you win, this guy gets the glory. If you lose, he gets all the blame. Sam Howell, my quarterback. And I know the last couple of years, let me say this first, because Ab, you're on here. The last couple of years, I have shouted out the quarterbacks that Washington has acquired, Mr. Fitzpatrick and Carson Wentz. I was wrong. This was different. I watched Sam all throughout college. This is like my son. Okay. So Alex, I'm gonna come to you first, man. We got to talk about him this season. You and I are very, very close to this guy. We love him. He is our quarterback. Realistically, how do you think he's done this year? Where has he done well? What has he struggled with? What are your thoughts, man?
Well, I will say I would give him the grade I would give him is a C. And he's definitely been up and he's definitely been down, as he should as a rookie. You might as well say this is a rookie year because last year was really his rookie year, but he only played one game. So this was his full year playing all, 17 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might as well say that he's played a full season or whatever, but you're definitely going to see the bumps and bruises. I mean, this was not going to be an easy road for him. You know what I'm saying? I love Sam Howell. I'm a big fan of Sam Howell. I just think there a lot of things weren't built around him, especially with the offensive line, and we can go through wide receivers. I think the weapons was there for him, but a lot of wide receivers, them boys was dropping balls, man. He didn't really have Terry had a down year this year. Terry really didn't have the best year that he should have this year. Sam Howell doesn't really have an elite player, especially on the offensive line, and then the defense really doesn't help out at all, and then not to mention, let's go talk about Eric Bieniemy. This is his first year. This is a rookie quarterback with his first offensive coordinator that he has to work with. So, it definitely wasn't going to be, sunshine and roses, but it was definitely going to have bumps and bruises, most definitely. But I ain't know it was going to get this bad. And I think Sam, I think he's lost. I mean, you tell me what quarterback that gets hit 60 times is going to be successful, these last couple of games. And Will, I was, remember I'm on your side with this. He's lost. I mean, he literally is. Wide receivers are wide open, and he's scared to throw it. Yeah. He's scared to throw because he's scared that he's going to get hit. I mean, when he says hut, he already hears footsteps, and he's scared to throw it because he's afraid that he's going to get a pick, and I mean, it's tough for the young man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about Sam, but it's been a tough road. Definitely been a tough road.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And look, we can't let's not I'm coming to you. Let's not act like he, like you said, he has not had the weapons, but he also hasn't had the production. You talk about the drops. We only have really one running back, and it's Brian Robinson, who's gotten over 600 yards. The next closest running back after Sam Howell is Chris Rodriguez on our team. You know what I mean? So we don't have that consistent running game to take some of the pressure off Sam. Then you add on drops, you add on the 60 sacks. Sam, all that being said, over 3,600 yards, 19 touchdowns. But I can't overlook those 17 interceptions, man.
I mean, so to me, I've talked to you about this before, Sean. Like we have to look at the play calling too. We can't just not look at it and just to touch on what you were saying, Alex, is that it's hard to produce. Like for Terry, it's hard to produce if Sam's not throwing him the ball. I mean, he doesn't really seem comfortable, or they're not on time with each other, and when he does force it to him, then he throws some picks. So I really can't I can't blame him in that aspect. I think I'd call it more the play calling. That would be my issue. I think the play calling is not for Sam. This isn't like EB's not really developing him properly, in my opinion, and it's an issue. It really is, and I understand bumps and bruises and everything like that. But EB, for a rookie, we it's his second year, but essentially he's a rookie. You need to run the ball a lot more, more. And then that eases up the defense. That brings them into the box more. And it's like a a chess game, and EB just off the bat is just throwing the ball like there no offense, like for real. There's no reason a guy that's wet behind the ears like Sam Howell should be throwing the ball as much as he does.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and that is a very big issue. So I know we're all expecting a lot from him, but we have to add in these other aspects to the game too. Like he's throwing a lot more than he should. I understand the interceptions, but that's going to happen, especially someone that's wet behind the ears like he is, and we're always playing from behind. Like, like it's crazy, guys. Like, and like to me, it's just. And my last point. Washington is the worst place to develop a quarterback.
Yes.
So, like, let's just put it out there. It's the worst place to develop a quarterback.
So, and with that being said, Will, and I know where you stand. I've always known. It's all good. You're good though. But at the same time, with all that being said, we've known about the O-line. We've known about the coaching issues, or maybe some of the setbacks, the lack of a running game, the drops, all these things. And I know you hate this, but still top 10 quarterback. That stat's still up there. He's still putting up those yards. A lot of that has to do with the fact that he's throwing over 550 passes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of part of the course. But still, all of these sacks, 60 sacks, and still each week getting hit, still durable, still working it out, still with everything that's been going on, he's still been a tough SOB. Like he's still somebody I'm proud to say is my quarterback. So talk to me about this, man. Like, what do you think about this season? But can he build on it? Do we need to expound on the issues? Like, what do you think, man?
Yeah, he absolutely can build on it. I mean, this was his first chance to see what the life is going to be like in the NFL. And I stayed kind of medium to start the season, but I got excited. Those first couple weeks, those Philly games, I said, I was looking at this going back-to-back games against Philly, against good defense. Like, this kid can play. And then we kind of came back a little bit further down to life. And then all of a sudden here, these last couple weeks, like the wheels have just fallen off. And Alex, you touched on it when talking about that confidence. It's shot out there. He looks lost out there. But he absolutely has impressed me with his toughness. He's really impressed me with his off-script play. He's extremely exciting, whether he's making throws off-script, whether he's making runs. I mean, he needs to learn how to slide, but it shows that he's that type of quarterback that players are going to want to play for because he's going to give it all. I mean, he's going to run into defensive players to try and get 2, 3, 4 more yards. And he's shown that he's got arm strength. He's got talent. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of harnessing all together. And Ab, I really like what you said, where it's like some of this play calling, I don't think has been to his advantage. Where has been stuff as a rookie quarterback to make him feel comfortable at the beginning of the game? Why are we going into 5 and 7 step drops, waiting on receivers to go? If we got to go 8 yards, why are they running 15-yard routes?
Right.
Where are the slants to let your playmakers catch it and run and do something? What could we do to kind of give him that confidence each game? And I didn't see that this year, but ultimately he's impressed me more. I know he's kind of really fallen off here lately, but he's shown me more than I actually anticipated than coming into the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, obviously we know I am a little bit biased. I want to see him do well, but I'm also more critical of him. And that's why I give him a C-. And the reason being is because I know how good he can be. I know the bar that he set from being in college. And it's not just about the natural ability, but it's also the ability to overcome a lot of these situations. Right. And I hate to even say this, but it almost felt like, especially these last couple of weeks, this season broke him. You know what I mean? Because one of the things that I praised him for early in the season was how tough he is. He keeps getting up no matter what. We talk about that Philly game, getting down all these points and then coming back right to the end of the game. The Seattle game, driving us down the field to potentially get it, and then they ended up kicking the field goal. So he's tough and he keeps getting it. But after a while, you keep getting hit. Eventually, you're not going to be able. It's just something's got to give. So unfortunately, this is where we're going.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.